Daycare Stories is coming soon.
That was a lie.
Hello, pretty people. This is Trip Pizza, and I'm Trip. Now you might be wondering why I am not animated. Well, before that video starts, if you want to skip to that, by the way, just click here, go to this timestamp, and then you should be good. Anyway, now that they're gone, I just need to just say a few things. I started making this video like very early 2022, late 2021. I could have had it done by 2022. I didn't. I procrastinated a lot because little Trip was very intimidated by, oh my gosh, it's a 6-minute video. In reality, I've definitely, by a combination of all the shorts have made a lot longer than a 6-minute video if you combine all of those. So it is basically my fault, but also just school and everything. But I finally found the time to just sit down and finish the video. So because of that, you're going to see a very higher pitched voice because I was a lot younger back then. And you're going to see a bunch of different art style changes and animation style changes. And you might see a little bit different voices because I think I split it up into different years. Just trust me, Multiverse Saga is coming soon, the continuation of that. But after that, I'm gonna start actually working on more storytime videos and not procrastinate on them. So I just need that to be known. Sorry for the wait. Here, finally, is Daycare Stories.
Hi, I'm Trip, and I went to daycare growing up, and there are so many stories from it that if I don't make it into a video, it won't become a video. So, for privacy reasons, I'm going to call this place Castle School. Sure. So, Castle School had a bunch of different rooms for different ages, 0 to 11, and yes, I said 0. For me, however, I joined when I was 2, but I remember nothing about the 2-room, besides that I met my friend, we'll call him Galaxy. So, let's skip to when I was 3. I'll call the teacher Mrs. Molly. So she retired around the end of my 3-year-old career, I guess. I was really sad when she left because she was awesome. That, however, is not all that happened when I was in the 3-year-old room. My sister was born. I got to go home early that day to see her, but she doesn't get to be in the story for a while. Now, the 4-year-old room draws a blank. I only remember the 3-year-old room because Caitlin was born. But I do remember when I was 5. I met some of my daycare friends that I still talk to today. Let's call them the Tree and Chicken. Don't ask. And let's call the teacher Mrs. David. So one day, Mrs. David told us to close our eyes and say what we saw. I just remember me saying a ball pit and Tree saying, yeah, me too. And I see a slide and someone jumping in. We became friends after that day. So then we had the kindergarten room. Okay, this one has a story that makes me mad. So there's this big kid from the big kid room, aka school age. He was chasing me in the kindergarten room, and I told him to stop, but he didn't care. And then we both got in trouble for it. They punished the person being chased. What? Okay, now we have school age. Let's list the main teachers. So we have Mrs. Emily, Mrs. Tilly, and Mr. Jeff. Those aren't their names. And that's about it. A thing with school age is that every single day we went on a field trip, except Wednesday, because we ate snow cones on that day, aka Snow Cone Day. On Thursdays and Tuesdays, we went to a pool place called Pelican Bay. The only thing noteworthy about that is because it had a stupid amount of bees and wasp nests. Literally, like so many. Anyways, so on Mondays and Fridays, field trips changed every week. So one of the Mondays ones was a place called CC's Pizza. Wait, is it wrong that I'm a pizza and talking about eating pizza? Nah. So this place was amazing. Not sponsored, by the way. I just like it. So another thing about school age was the yearly talent show. when the prizes were money. First place was $100, second place was $50, and third place was $25. I think. I don't know. Until, well, we'll get to that later. This place also had a pool table, air hockey table, ping pong table, foosball table, and a Wii. With Wii Sports, the best game of all time, baby! Yeah! Also, side note, Nintendo, why did you get rid of the Miis as the main focus in Nintendo Switch Sports? The new Miis are kind of dumb. Never mind. We also had tournaments for different things, and an electronic time when we got an hour to play on our devices. Also, some things me and my friends did were making a house out of magnet squares, getting the Hot Wheels cars, and role-playing a story of a family just having fun. Chicken told me recently that it was so dumb how it kept us entertained for years. Oh, and speaking of our friends, we had some funny catchphrases that were very dumb, but very dumb makes for good stories. So one was, but you didn't, so that's okay. We used it when someone was being accused of something but didn't do it. Wait, now that I think about it, we just said it for no reason. Anyways, the other one was, just clapping and saying, got him. We laughed every time when someone did that, so, it's so dumb. Anyways, so you might be wondering, wow, this is great. I bet there are no downsides to it at all. Well, you'd be wrong. The kids there were the worst. Let's call her Karen. You know the type. Karen got all my sister's friends, and get this, got almost all of them to bully her until she cried on several occasions. She was the worst. Some of the other kids just made me annoyed or hurt me physically. Now we have the worst thing that happened. So for context, Mr. Jeff owned, let's just say, the Wii, the pool sticks, the foosball table, the ping pong table, the air hockey pucks, and so many other things. So one day he got fired, and that meant we got nothing to play with. As you would expect, many people left, including me, but because he was fun and the other teachers that were fun, Miss Cough, Miss Emily, Cough, Miss Tilly, they were the best, and they were also going to leave next year, in the next summer. Also, the other kids were kind of the worst, I already said that, but still. But we did and since the Wii, he didn't have the Wii, so no more Wii Sports. But we did have one final talent show, and I got second. Mr. Jeff was the one who had the money prizes, mind you. So I got a Lego Mario set instead of $50. Well, anyways, that was fun talking about my daycare, but now I have to go. Peace. Post-editing trip here. Another thing in the 2-year-old room was a really nice teacher, which I will call Miss Poppy. I actually met her again recently, and yeah, we were at the grocery store. It was nice. For real this time, though. Bye. Hello, pretty people. This is Trip Pizza Gaming, and I'm Trip. Who are you, and how did you get here? I'm telling you, I don't know. I'm talking about... What? Okay, I promise you I did not do that. Okay, I believe you, but we will be having to get to the bottom of this. Agreed. Okay, wait, what are we doing again? Well, we're just gonna keep walking until we find a way to get you back. How would that work? Because I'm pretty sure I live in a different dimension than you. Oh, well, I didn't tell you about this, but I glitched out. I didn't go to a different place. I just stayed here. But, I thought that, if I glitched out, maybe other people glitched out, and maybe other people glitched out that, knew something about stuff. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. By the way, is he gonna stop following us? Oh, you mean Thomas? Oh, probably not after he wants to help now. Isn't that right? Yeah, he wants to help now. Okay. By the way, were you calling me Chip in the videos? No, not at all. Let's get going.
started when someone appeared. They looked exactly like me, but one thing was different. I couldn't place my finger on it, though. It's because our colors are barely different. Shut up, I'm trying to have a dramatic recap for the beginning of the trailer. That got really meta. Anyway, my life has always been kind of weird, but I just never thought it'd come to this. And if more of us come, let's just hope it doesn't come to that.